From 5 layers tall, about 2,500 bottles right there. And so we bring that right down here, guys offload it onto the track, we turn the track on, it comes through here. And as you can see, as this motor pushes the bottles through, they get turned upside down. So come on down here, where you can see that. Right here is bottles are turned upside down. Right in here, there's water that shoots up just to kind of knock the bottles off. Plus, it helps lubricate the bottles as they push along this plastic line. Otherwise, they'd get stuck and we'd start breaking bottles down here. So the water sprays up right in here, and then they drain out, and then eventually they get turned back over up right side up here. And they come onto the track up here. So come on up. We triple filter our water. Means we filter it 3 ways. We filter it, we put water through this big tank. And all this is charcoal. Like a charcoal briquette, or what you'd put in a fish tank. If you had pet fish, just black charcoal, bits of charcoal. And that will take the chlorine that's in the water out of the water. And it'll purify the water. If CO2 gas and chlorine mix, it'll give an off taste. Probably wouldn't be enough to put you off soda, but it just, we do it to give a cleaner taste to the soda pop. So we do that here, and then the 3 filters underneath just kind of filter any real small particles like dust that come out from the charcoal. That's all that does. No. So this is the filter. I've got 3 filters, so it goes through 1, 2, and 3, and it's just a foam type filter, and you know the pressure's in here, and it's absorbing, and it does a pretty good job. There's not much because this is not really dirty. So, and then we put it through an ultraviolet light, and all that does is kill any microorganisms in the water. Your water has microorganisms, and you just got to live with that, you know, unless you filter them. So we filter those out to single-cell parameciums and amoebas and all that stuff. So we do that. Then from here, it goes into this big tank right here. That's a 112-gallon tank. So we're putting about 100 gallons in there. We don't fill it all the way up. And we circulate that water to chill it. Okay? So water coming in to our system is about 68 degrees. And we want to chill it down. The colder we get the water, the easier it is to carbonate. And carbonation is that fizz and that bite that's in your soda pop. And so the colder it is, the easier it is to carbonate. So we chill it down to about 37, 38 degrees, almost freezing. We've got the water so cold it makes ice crystals on the top of it, but that's a little too cold. But we get it pretty cold. You can't stick your hand down in there very long. 1, 2, 3, it's got to come out. It's really, really cold. So we do that, and then we bring it over here to the carbonator. So come on around here. We're going to go around. Yeah, it's there. You'll see some different things. Right here is a cooler. That's an original cooler from probably the 40s, 50s. You open it up and you would open it. It's like a cooler you'd take on a picnic. Except this is the way they did it back then. It was all metal, and it's lined with some insulation. You open that up, throw some ice in, put your bottles in there, so we've got a few of those around different places. And we've got some bottles up here I'll talk to you about in a minute. So we bring the water into here. It's carbonating then. The water goes up to the top, and then there's just a series of plates there that the water kind of dribbles down. And you've seen a water fountain, or sometimes if you water in the grass, you see this mist, the water mist. Well, that's really, really fine particles of water, and that's what we're doing inside this machine. So we're making it really, really fine so that the CO2 gas can hook up with those water molecules and carbonate the water. So it's really an ingenious thing. I've never had this apart. I've just been told what's in there. It's just a series of plates. So that's under pressure, 40 pounds of pressure, CO2 gas. Okay? And so from there, we come around to the big machine. So come on around. Let's all get right in front of the machine here, and I'll talk to you about the machine. Come on. Okay. Stay. Keep coming. Keep coming. You don't have to stay on that side of the curve. It's kind of cramped back there. You get right up here next to it. We've got some bottles here, some original bottles. These are not original 1923 bottles, but they are original bottles. When he started making soda pop, he started making soda pop in 7-ounce bottles. Okay, so there's 7-ounce bottles, 7 ounces of soda pop in here. I'm going to pass this around because I want you to feel how heavy it is. Also, what they did for labeling was this is called screen printing, and it's just a process for painting something on a shirt. You know, that's screen printed. This is screen printed, and this is screen printed. Yeah, pass it on. And this is what would cost you a lot of money today.